All right, guys. So I love sharing case studies of projects that I'm taking on, and then we can do a second video of how it actually played out. Okay. The last case study video, I need to do a second video where we lost money, unfortunately, and I'll explain to you how we lost money on this. It will not happen again. It was me misjudging where the market was and getting a little cocky on the renovation that I needed to do. In this upcoming project, we are definitely not going to cut corners. There were some corners that we cut on just not doing a backsplash or doing specific aesthetic things that are appealing to a buyer. And with rates going up, you're going to have to deliver a great product for a premium. You know, they're expecting, if they're paying a specific price point, they want a quality product they're going to buy. It's all about what buyers are willing to pay, but is it going to meet their taste buds? Okay. Now, this specific example is a subject to purchase. We're purchasing this subject to from a realtor who referred this deal to me. Okay. I'm going to give you all the numbers and break it down to see how this plays out. Okay. First thing, I am pulling comps. He gave me the address, so we're going to call the address 123 Cobblestone. Okay. So 123 Cobblestone. What I'm looking for are comps within this cul-de-sac first. Cul-de-sac. Property sits right here. There was no comps in the cul-de-sac. What I did was, there's a development. There's a road here that leads into the cul-de-sac. Okay, I'm not sure if you see. We'll zoom in on it. There's a road here that leads into the cul-de-sac. There were no comps in there. Then I went within this neighborhood that you drive into of other homes that sit inside this neighborhood. Okay? There was a name here when you walk in, Whispering Way. So inside Whispering Way, I'm looking for other home sales that fit the same square footage, home style, and year built. Square footage, home style, year built. There were two. There was a pending one for $475, and there was one that sold for $425. Okay, within the same Whispering Way. All right. So what I like to do is to do quick math, take the difference, and we're going to call it 450. So the ARV 450. Okay. The home needs a clean out. It's going to need a refresher of paint. It's going to need new flooring. It's going to need the entire basement gutted, and we're going to leave the stud framing. Because what the bulk of the money is going to go is redoing the kitchen and 2 of the bathrooms. So we're going to put money in the right places this time. In the past project, we actually finished the basement and kept the existing kitchen. The paint job on the cabinets came out like shit. Not making that mistake twice. Okay. New kitchen, new bathrooms, beautiful home that we're going to do. ARV's 450. Now, this is the interesting part of this deal. It was a Liz Pennant's property. The seller who passed away, the son inherited the property. Okay. We have the will. Son inherited the property for $260,000. Okay. 40,000 of this 260 needs to be paid. So it'll bring it down to 220, which we got a VOM. It's called a verification of mortgage to confirm that it would be 220 left over after this $40,000 was paid off. The seller, we asked him very specifically through the agent, what's he willing to take? What's he want to net after this is paid off? He said 20 grand. Okay. So now you have to take the 260 plus the 20. You have $280,000. That's the cost. I mentioned earlier the rent is going to be about $60,000. 340 is going to be the all-in cost. The money that I have to come to the table though, 40, 50, 60, is 60K. Closing table. What's going to help me save a ton of money is paying this 60 grand in cash. The reason being, if I get a loan from a hard money lender to wipe out this debt and get a construction loan, they're going to charge me origination fees. There's going to be a massive closing cost, origination fees. To wipe it all out, this is why Subject 2 makes sense. It saves you all the extra fees that you have to pay if you're in a good cash position, or if you can borrow money from a private lender. But it's only 60 grand out of pocket to make a spread. So 450, so this is the spread. So this is how I do my math. You take 450 sale price. I told the agent who brought me this deal, I'm going to relist it, and I'm going to give him the full listing price, the full commission. So 340. So we got 110,000 left over. Remember, this is if it sells at 450. It could sell above it. It could sell below it too, but it could sell above it. So then we're going to take 7% of this, real estate commissions and closing costs, and that's going to come off this number. So we're talking 7% of 450. Let me back up. I apologize. So 7, 14, 28 grand. Let's call it 30. So I'm going to take 30 off this number to keep it simple. So 30K. That's 80,000 left over. So that's a pretty decent profit. Plus or minus, say 5 to 10 grand. So let's just say there's 70K that can be made on this deal. You can sign this deal, you can flip this deal, you can do whatever you want with this deal because the return on your investment is 100+%. If you come to the table with 60 grand and you exit with $70,000, and this is like a 3 month job. I mean, you're going to turn this over in a month, resell it, it's gone. I mean, this cash on cash return is obnoxious. The reason why I bring this example to the table is I want to share with you a couple things, and these are the key takeaways. Finding your comps, find where the year built is, stay within the community. If it's in a community, find a comp that's in there. The exact same home style is what you're looking for. Okay, those are three things that I would look for. Another thing is run your numbers. You have to run your numbers tight. Factor in all these different variables. If there's an overage, I would throw another $10,000 in to ratchet up all the details and all the numbers. If you're doing Subject 2, ensure you get a verification of mortgage and you have all the details, so when you close on this, it's not the other way around where it's 300K. Does that make sense? So there's not the 260 plus 40, where it in reality is 300,000 in debt, and then you're giving the guy 20,000, so you're 320 in versus 220 in. That's a huge swing the other way around. Verify this number, okay? This is the little tricks to the trade of going Subject 2, connecting with agents, letting agents know that you have a creative option. Seller gets what he wants, he gets 20 grand. The agent is going to get what he wants, he's going to get the relisting. He was nice enough to just say, you know what, give me the listing on the back end. Everybody wins. It's the perfect example of how creative deals come out. And if you're opening up this side to your wheelhouse, you're gonna add 5 to 10 extra deals a year. Just 5 to 10. I mean, it could be more, but I'm just saying 5 to 10 to be conservative. But look at this example. Great one to keep, archive, save. Feel free to like, share, comment. But I think this is a great deal that we're going to take on, and I'll give you an after video and give you the facts. Thank you.